Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Isabella and I'm a domestic violence survivor and advocate. Today I want to talk about a really important but often overlooked topic, emotional abuse. When people think of abuse, they usually think of physical harm. But emotional abuse can be just as damaging, and in many cases, it's harder to recognize because it leaves invisible scars. My goal in this video is to help you spot the signs, whether for yourself, a loved one, or just to be more aware. And remember, if you or someone you know needs help, please call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE, S-A-F-E. Warning sign number 1. Constant criticism disguised as joke. One of the most common red flags is when someone constantly criticizes you, but they wrap it up as a joke. It might sound like, "You're so sensitive. I was just kidding," after they said something cruel about your look, your intelligence, or your abilities. The problem is, over time, those jokes chip away at your self-esteem. They make you doubt your worth and even laugh along to keep the peace. That's not humor. That's emotional manipulation. If you find yourself dreading the next joke or constantly questioning if you're overreacting, that's a sign of emotional abuse. Warning sign number 2. Isolation from friends and family. Another big sign is when someone tries to isolate you. It might start small. Do you really have to go out with your friends again? Or your family doesn't treat you right? You don't need them. At first, it might feel like they just want more of your time. But what's really happening is control. The less support you have, the easier it is for the abuser to make you feel dependent on them. Healthy love doesn't cut you off from your community. It supports your connection. Warning sign number 3. Silent treatment and withholding affection. Emotional abuse also shows up as punishment through silence. The abuser may ignore you for hours or even days, refusing to talk, refusing affection, and making you feel like you've done something wrong, even if you haven't. This is a control tactic. It's designed to make you feel anxious and desperate for their approval, so you'll do whatever it takes to make it right. But love doesn't disappear when someone is upset. Silence and withholding affection are not tools of love. They're tools of control. Warning sign number 4. Gaslight. Gaslighting is one of the hardest to recognize because it makes you question your own reality. It sounds like that never happened or you're imagining things. Over time, you start doubting your memory, your judgment, even your sanity. I've spoken with survivors who said the scariest part wasn't the abuse itself. It was feeling like they couldn't trust their own mind anymore. If you find yourself constantly apologizing or questioning if you're crazy, pause and reflect. That could be gaslighting. Warning sign number 5. Controlling finances, phone use, or freedom. The last sign is control over your basic independence. Maybe they control all the money, monitor your phone, or even dictate where you can go. Sometimes it looks like, "I'm just trying to protect you," but the reality is it takes away your freedom. Financial abuse is especially common. Did you know 99% of domestic violence cases involve some kind of financial control? That's why it's so difficult for survivors to leave, because their resources are stripped away. Freedom is a basic right, and if someone is taking that from you, it's abuse. These are just 5 warning signs, but there are many more. The key thing to remember is this: if someone is constantly making you feel small, controlled, or unsafe, that is not love. If you see yourself in these examples, please know you're not alone. Reaching out for help takes courage, but it can also be the first step toward healing. Once again, the National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE. I'll also leave resources in the description below. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on resilience, healing, and growth. Stay strong, stay safe, and remember, you are worthy of love and respect.